This is a tough meat bucks like they all are, but
Why are they all so difficult?
you got so many good fighters.
I know, dude.
Even the amateurs these days are like not amateurs.
Isn't that crazy? I know. One very strong contender, obviously, on this one, a novice Amy.
All right,
Just
we're good.
it's crazy what's going on these days. Sweet. Danny Palm says we're rolling everywhere. So what's up, people? What is up? I just gotta pull up some comments here so I can see. All right. All right. We good. We good. Dude, we have a lot to catch up on. First of all, I've been saving a lot that I would just have texted you, but I was like, I'll ask him on on Meat Bucks.
Good. I wanted to talk to you about a lot too. I figured I'd save it too.
This is the first show in how long that you couldn't make it there in person
It's the first one since
since you started
Yeah.
sponsoring, right? Yeah, which is
Absolutely.
like 2 years ago at this point, which is crazy to think. Also, 2 years of Meat Bucks going strong, which is awesome. But you missed it for a very good reason. How was Italy?
magical.
Yeah,
Have you been to Italy?
I've
yet?
never been to Italy.
Oh.
No,
It's too good.
really,
It's
the
too
food
good.
out of control.
The food, the people, the scenery.
Love it.
It's magical. It really is. It was not magical enough to miss the event, though. I did watch the event in Italy
That's legendary.
because my heart was there for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we felt your presence for sure, and there was actually Strip District Meats Jerky in the building.
Good
Did
deal.
your brother tell you?
Yeah. He
Sent him on a run.
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, dude, if it's out of your way, don't worry about it. But Pat, a guy who works for the commission, Pat was like excited. He's like, hey, Strip District Meat's coming. I'm like, yeah, like Brad's not going to be there, but they'll be represented.
Right.
He's like, hey, if they can get me some of those. I think he wanted the hot Texas beef sticks.
Yeah.
But he got buffalo jerky, I think, and some other stuff. I'm like, dude, you're not going to be mad about it. It's not what you asked for, but you'll be happy. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he
You
was
can't go
thrilled.
wrong. Yeah. I don't know. This tripod's still here, Danny Palm. I don't know. Ryan was just like fidgeting
Yeah, he
with
was
this.
just playing with that last time.
Like a child. Throw that over there. All right. All right. Russ Green was on vacation too. All the guys missing this one. And Bad Combo in the chat already. What's up, dude? He's a savage pro featherweight, dude. He's on a good run. He's been trying to get a fight for us for a long time. It's just never linked up. But like, I could see a Bad Combo versus Patton fight at some point.
Ooh,
They're
yeah.
both like on the up.
Could you imagine if that fight went on too? This would be the worst podcast to do ever.
Dude, that's a great point. Yeah, it's already a hard decision,
Right.
and we didn't have Patton to worry about with that unfortunate ending. Dude, how like what'd you think when you just watched that fight? Did you know, first of all, like, did you see any results or anything before you
No,
watched?
No.
So you really didn't know what was going to happen. That's awesome.
No, I did not. But I did listen to his podcast with the one on Ish's podcast.
Yeah.
It was good.
His eye was still like all swollen.
It was. They'll run that back, right? Someday.
It's complicated. Yeah, someday, I think. But it's complicated right now because Ryan is his fiance, I don't know, wife is having a baby at the end of November, which is our next November 23rd show after this October show. And then December, it sounds like we may or may not be in the venue. It's just not firm enough to commit that. So they don't know. And Patton's eye, like, definitely isn't ready yet, but it will be. It's fine. Like, he avoided surgery and everything, which is real good, obviously. But it's just one of those things. Like, we would obviously love to run it back, but it has to make sense.
Right.
And that would be a shame because that fight was shaping.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They both look so good. They both look so on point. But if you guys saw the graphic for the Meat Bucks, there were 4 fighters pictured. And I think it's safe to say that, like, when you boil down that card, those are the 4 that stand out for sure.
That was the 4 that I texted you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those ones where it was like, we almost, not to pat ourselves on the back, but we like matched that card too evenly, where every fight was just like close, competitive. So it was hard to have that, Meat Bucks, the performance of the night. Usually one person needs to get a crazy knockout, submission, like do something real cool. But when you're just perfectly matched and it ends up being a real close split decision, like, it's hard to, like, for Austin Warman or Isaiah Castanon, it's like, which one of them deserves Meat Bucks more? I don't know. Like, they both, if you're giving Meat Bucks that fight, it has to go to both of them. You know what I mean? So
I was going to say, what a great, like, you guys talk about always putting out your first fight's got to be a banger. That was a wonderful first fight.
Yeah, dude. I was real happy with that one for sure. Austin with less experience making his MMA debut definitely just looked great. He looked he looked like you expect a stout guy making his debut. You know what I mean? That's what you come to expect from them. We got a big Brogan supporter in the chat, Dylan Bush. What's
That
up,
did not
Dylan?
look like a debut by any means. I feel
No.
bad for out of towner debuters that got to come in here and fight.
Isn't that
these
crazy?
guys. I really do.
I know. Well, the overall level of novice AMI has 1,000,000% risen just since I've been with 247. Like I've seen it over the last 3 years happen.
Right.
And if you go 3 years before that, it's even crazier. So the level from like when MMA was legalized to now of novice AMI fight,
That's way different.
totally different sport. There's some novice AMIs that legit could beat early pros.
I agree.
Legit.
I agree.
No doubt. And that's wild to think. Like, where's it go from here? But yeah, I think this card was a good representation of that evolution for sure.
Agreed.
So which one when you were in Italy were you like the most? If somebody said you could watch one fight on that card when you were in Italy at the time, like which one did you need to see the most?
I think there's 3.
Okay.
The Patton and Cafaro fight,
Yeah,
obviously, but
right.
that didn't happen. And then the 2 big ones I really wanted to see was Jay's fight, Jay
Mhm.
Manning, and also Taylor Cahill versus Brogan Andres.
Sick.
Because
Well,
I knew that was going to be
yeah.
one heck of a fight. And I had a feeling Brogan had a good shot, but I'm never going to bet against Taylor Cahill.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, it was exactly what you're saying, what you're alluding to. It was perfectly on display. Like Taylor came out like a bat out of hell. I mean, completely dominated first round. And you could just see the gas and Brogan, dude. Brogan is a savvy pro. And that's what we were saying all along. Like, count him out at your own risk because he's a dog.
Right.
And he had to dig deep for it.
He definitely has no quit in him.
And just like methodically taking over too. Like it was like he was just draining Taylor's will to fight slowly. It wasn't flashy. There was no dramatic like punch that landed that changed the tide. It was just over time. You could just see him take over.
I was most excited for Jay's fight.
Yeah.
Because I don't get to see him fight enough. And I know he's a dog. And I'm dying to see him fight any chance I can.
Yeah.
But I knew the matchup with Taylor and Brogan was like one of the best matchups there.
It was awesome.
It was a good match.
And it was cool because I think, we talked about it on other podcasts, but they both won in June on the same card in the same fashion, roughly, a good first round submission for each guy. And that's rare that you get to like match up a winner from a card on your next card. I love that.
I love it
UFC
too.
does that kind of stuff all the time.
I love it too. I think, what did I say? Kaiser should go against Moose.
Oh, dude, I would watch the shit out of that.
Right.
Yeah. Kaiser go back to 170. Or maybe maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will. Sorry, Moose. Moose was talking about maybe going to 155 also.
155.
I saw him when we went to State College, we went to ATT Happy Valley, stopped in. He was just training, doesn't have a fight coming up or anything. He's like, I weigh like 177 right now. I'm like, dude, that's what 55ers start at before. Like, you're a 55er then.
Could you imagine him punching people at 150? Well, I mean, look at Fluffy.
Yeah.
Or no, you don't know Miss Fluffy, but
Hoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Hoot.
Yeah.
He's a 150. He's got serious power.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. Yeah. The 55ers are different these days. Ernie Peaser in the chat. What up, Ernie? Thanks for being here, dude. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is Brad Bangle. He's the GM of Strip District Meats. Obviously, it's in the Strip District, as the name would apply. It is Pittsburgh's best butcher shop, period, straight up. They are just killing the game.
We just got voted the best butcher, by the way.
You won?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. No, I didn't know you won. I saw the votes, though.
3 years in a row.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's like obvious, but like, who's competing with you guys? I'm not just tooting your horn, but like,
yeah, it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
competitions is not out there.
There are other great butcher shops in Pittsburgh. I'm not to say that. There definitely
They're
are.
a little further out in the sticks,
right?
They're not really in Pittsburgh.
Your location, your selection, it's just
you
kind of got it all going on there. It's ridiculous. But congrats, man. I didn't know you
Thank
won.
you.
That
Thank you.
actually that helps businesses a lot. I think people don't realize how big those awards really are.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
For sure. They throw a nice party for all the winners as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's always a good time.
Do
every
you
year.
cater the meat there?
No.
They ask you.
No, but there's also like best restaurants, so they handle that.
Oh, yeah. Let them handle that. But you supply a lot of restaurants
I
too,
do.
right?
I do.
Which is
Usually the ones that win best restaurants. So.
why could that be? Why could that be? But dude, that's really interesting. Excuse me, because that's one thing that before I met you and got to know you a little better, I didn't realize that like a butcher shop. It sounds silly to say, but I would have just thought all restaurants use like larger
Mhm.
restaurant supply companies, not like the local butcher shop. That's pretty sweet. Is it like, can you say the restaurants you supply? Is it like well-known restaurants?
Oh yeah, like all the just look at the top 30 restaurants in Pittsburgh, and those are who I'm supplying.
Okay.
Like I don't do like
flex.
a chain restaurant or anything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
usually like a small owner operated restaurant.
Yeah.
They also order from Cisco and those other companies. They
That's
need
what I was
tortilla
thinking. Right.
chips. They need
Right.
this. They need. But when they need, high quality ribeyes or hanger steaks or chuck roast cut a certain way, they call me.
That's sick.
Fillets. They need 106-ounce fillets or whatever. They call me.
That's crazy. Do any of them have a deal like where you save some of your best ribeyes for them, and it's like, okay, these ones are going to meat and potato? I don't know. That's who I thought.
I do
at
supply
first.
meat and potatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
All of their
That's
restaurants.
hilarious.
Yeah, but I do buy certain meat just for restaurants. Like
Okay.
Like I know Spork just closed down. They're going to open a new concept. He was a James Beard Award finalist.
Mhm.
I believe he's going for a Michelin star now. He's opening up a same location, just changing the concept where it's going to be, a 6-course pairing or an 8-course pairing.
Ooh.
Small, intimate little restaurant. But I order special meat for him all the time.
You have for a place like that. It's got to be.
Yeah. He's serving Wagyu spinalis, Wagyu picanha.
Let's go.
All the good.
Speaking my
good
language
stuff.
now. All the stuff that one lucky fighter is going to be able to buy here very shortly.
That's right.
Which is awesome. Dude, that's freaking great though. I didn't know that. Can they buy your wild game too? Or is it just not really cost
absolutely
effective?
Actually, the guy that owns Spork is partnered with a guy who did a lot with CMU. He was like he's got some money. He bought a farm that raises exotic animals, and they'll bring me whole elk. That's where I got
That's
the elk.
where the elk were from.
Yeah. And I break them down for him.
That's
But
awesome. So
cool.
the one day we went in, I think it was when Patton and Carly were coming
And we
in.
should have had him.
I don't know why we didn't do that. Huge missed opportunity. But we went in, and in his meat locker was just a whole skinned elk hanging. I was like, how? There were a few, right? Or
Yeah.
was it just one?
I think there was 4 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought my memory's a little hazy, but yeah, that was ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I don't do stuff for the gram. I wish I did, but
that would, Patton punching the skinned elk would have been real good for the gram.
I thought about it. I just didn't.
It's total Rocky moment. You got to do it. Your boy Gazda 94's in here. He said Jay wins, no doubt. Sup, guys? Brad is the man. Great training partner and the best meats in Pittsburgh.
Whoa,
Boom.
my man.
Boom. Do you supply? We got another question, Jared Billy. Do you supply any meat to any of the restaurants around McKeesport or North Huntington Township?
I'm not real familiar with McKeesport. I want to say Vicky's Soul Grill.
I don't know where that
I think
is, to
she's
be
out
honest.
in McKeesport now.
I'm gonna have to check that out though. If you're supplying Vicky, and that sounds
she
good.
She was out in Monroeville, right by the convention center.
Really?
Man, she makes some good soul food. I'm talking oxtail and
oxtail's underrated.
Pork chops that'll knock your socks off.
Yeah, I need that in my life.
Pretty amazing. But other than
track
that,
Vicky down.
Not really. Not out in McKeesport.
Coxcomb and Murraysville for sure. I know.
Yep.
Obviously, you're friends with them.
The Beer Hive next door.
Dude, they're such good people.
Everybody in the Strip I supply. Everybody downtown. Everybody in East Liberty, Lawrenceville.
Love it.
It's your fancier restaurants, not like Applebee's and Permane Brothers and all them, but you know.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool because I don't know. I just would have never thought that that you guys did that before. Like when I always told you, like I shopped at strip district meets before I knew who you were.
Right.
I didn't know that was something that like that place would do, because even though you do have so much stuff, it's not a big footprint of a store. It's like a pretty
No,
tiny spot, really.
It's very, very difficult to do the volume we do.
Yeah.
Where we do it, I mean, it's the hard way. That's what I tell you. Like, we're making money the hard way. Like, we have to dolly in by hand every box of meat that comes in, and we sell a lot of it. That's why I can't supply Applebee's and Olive Garden and you know, Longhorn Steakhouse. I just couldn't house the meat.
No way.
But you know, a good chef at Meat and Potatoes is buying meat from me anyways, and he's like, "Oh, I got shorted ribeyes. Let me call Strip District Meats. I'll hook it up."
Awesome. Dude, I love that. That's real cool. And like you said about it being such a hands-on operation, I think anybody who's ever been at the store sees the way your team hustles.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, that's no surprise that you guys are winning awards and killing the game.
It's
Everybody's invested.
Trend. It's a dying trend, but we're hanging on, man.
It seems like, to me, you for sure, it's very obvious, but it seems like everybody there takes pride in that too.
Well,
the old school butcher. Yeah.
In customer service, because anywhere you go, you just can't find it anymore. Like you go to McDonald's, you can't even talk to a person. You got to order on a screen.
A kiosk.
I'm over it. Like, talk to me, tell me what you want. I will cut it the way you want it.
Yeah.
And that's got to make a person feel good today. That's why they keep coming back.
Yes.
You know, and if I cut it wrong, I'll cut it again. Like, I make them happy.
Well, I think every day I've ever come in for Meat Bucks, or even just for myself, you're in the back trimming something for somebody or prepping it special. Like, you're not just taking it right out of the case and to them. You're trimming it up, making it pretty and nice, which is awesome. Love it, dude. Now I'm hungry and I want some strip district.
Me too. I didn't get a chance to eat yet, so
I haven't eaten that Iberico yet. I've been saving it for a very special occasion, by the way.
It'll be special.
Yeah. I sent it to Danilo too, and he was like, "Don't overcook it. It cooks fast." I'm like, all right, Danilo.
Listen, you won't. You cook. You already know what you're doing.
I do okay. I'm not gonna sous vide that, but normally if I'm worried about like how's it gonna be, I'll sous vide it just to be safe.
Right.
Dude, the venison too. I actually just got my bow fixed because I've been eating so much venison from Strip District Meats. I'm like, dude, I need more. I need to go kill a deer.
Right where we're sitting, right here. Did you see the dead deer on the side of the road?
Yes.
Right down the
dude, there's so many deer on my drive here. I swear I passed.
I told you.
Literally 50 deer.
I got my biggest buck right around here. 161.5 inches.
That's monstrous.
It's a monster.
Yeah.
It's a state record, actually.
Really?
For muzzleloader flintlock.
Damn,
yeah.
son. That's crazy.
I mean, it's in the Boone and Crockett record books.
I mean, that's sick. That is an incredible achievement.
And it was right here where we're sitting. So
love it.
Get that bow tuned up and get out in the woods.
Go get in a tree out there. Nico Petridi's in the chat too. I know you're a big fan of Nico's. And
I see he's got a tough fight coming up, huh?
Josh Vasoki pro debut versus Nico. That's a chef's kiss of a matchup right there, baby.
I was actually going to bring that up. I'm glad he's in the chat.
Yeah, man. That's a wild fight. October 26th for people listening. Our next card is October 26th out in Robinson Township, and Nico is fighting Vasoki, and that's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that this was Coriopolis. You put where is this venue?
It's like, do you know where Costco is in Robinson Township by chance? Near the Robinson Mall, kind of.
Yeah.
Costco. It's right there. It's at an old YMCA.
Yes, the old
sports
YMCA.
place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So we've been getting, like, with the venue about to open, we've been needing to get kind of creative with other venues. Monroeville Convention Center's just been booked up. Casino doesn't have events past like October because it's that tent outdoor, so they just kind of shut down for the season. So we've had to like explore other options. And we found that place, and the dude Sam running it's the man. He's very excited to work with us. He's actually cousins with Anthony Brandy, our video guy.
Nice.
So there were some connections there.
I mean, it's only going to benefit you guys to go out to another neighborhood and hold one of these shows. You know,
correct.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
I like that you got to scramble because you're just going to get more people to drive out.
Yeah, I like it on that level. I don't love the now I need to figure everything out again in this area for this place. That's not super fun, but we're good now. We got a great team.
It's great. You're covering a lot of different neighborhoods now.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And Nico, oddly enough, he grew up in Steubenville, Ohio, which is like close to there. It's getting like very close to Nico's hometown to be there. So
30 minutes away.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's going to have a crazy crowd there, guaranteed. So is Visoki. Everybody knows that though.
Yeah, I went to Bethany College, so
Bethany, right there.
the chair in my department was a big red guy. He was
Nice.
him and his son were star running backs for Steubenville.
That's sick. I think Nico. So I need to learn more about Nico's history. I need to get him on the podcast, but pretty sure he played baseball in college there in that area and was like real good.
Nice.
Stud baseball player. Just funny. I could see that. He's got the build for it.
Probably throws a mean right hand.
Dude. Yeah, I guess. Can you imagine charging the mound on that, dude? It's a bad mistake. But so the Meat Bucks, ladies and gentlemen, to get back on topic, for anybody who's joining that hasn't seen this happen before, our team votes. You guys all voted on Instagram. I've seen votes coming in all day, which is awesome. I love watching it just grow. Like, it's cool. You just post it at noon, and then all day it's just been comments.
I checked. I was in jury duty today.
Yeah.
And I was checking it like religiously until, about noon. And then my brother texted me. He's like, Meat Bucks post is going crazy. And I'm like, oh boy. And I have no idea who won, but I saw a lot of love for Jay on there, which made me happy.
Yeah, Jay and Drizmicki owned the online voting for sure. It's like almost a nearly
as
perfect,
they should.
Yeah,
I thought
almost a perfect 50-50 split with those two. But
I saw a lot of Brogan love too.
Yeah, for sure. He was third on there. I usually from the 247 account, I'll like respond to comments there. Like when people vote, I'll just say like good choice or like just an emoji or whatever. But this time I didn't because I wanted to see how many people actually voted. Because if you look at a past post, it's like 150 comments, but 75 of them are us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I was like, how many are like really there? So
Right.
I don't know either now, but we'll check afterwards. So I wasn't responding.
I
wasn't ignoring you guys. I was running a test. Okay. That was science. But in the graphic, we had Drizmicki, Brogan, Jay, and Gino Morelli. And I think if you watch that card, those are the four that it comes down to for sure. So the way it works, your online vote counts as 2 votes. And the winner of this is going to get a $200 gift card to Strip District Meats. And they're going to get to go to Strip District Meats and buy all these beautiful things that we were just talking about. Wagyu picanha specifically.
And you get Hunter and myself to take you through the store.
Right.
Give you the special royal treatment.
Exactly.
And you get a rash guard.
Dude, and that rash guard's super sick.
It is.
Patton, did you see the video of Patton? He was wearing it.
He looks so good in it.
And it's a shame that all that hard work in the camp kind of went to waste, but he'll be back. He'll be back.
Patton's in camp 24/7.
Correct. I think he's in Orlando right now, so I hope he's staying safe.
I'm sure.
I hope he's home now.
I'm sure he's training somewhere.
Probably. I saw a picture of him on a ride at Universal, and it was pretty good. Him, Carly, his mom, and his
good for them.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
he needed a little getaway, I think. After he's had a crazy year, besides the eye poke, I mean, he's had a crazy pace and like some wars in the past calendar year.
He's taking a fight every card. I feel like he'll fight anybody anytime, any day.
Yeah, and they're already saying like, "Hey,
Comma too. Comma's been
busy.
What the hell?
He's like,
I'm just gonna keep fight. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna take every fight I can until I can't fight anymore.
They're nuts. I love it. I mean, yeah, we'll run it every time they want to fight.
I enjoyed his. This was one of the better fights I got to watch with Comma. Thought the fight could have went either way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Comma, he did the classic veteran thing by ending every round very strong.
Yeah.
And that can influence judges for sure. Olivier.
How old is Comma?
He's 37?
Yeah, he's 37.
Man.
Olivier how old's Olivier? 30? 32?
Yeah, something like that.
He looked younger than he was. I was like surprised when I saw he was like a little over 30. Same for Gino Morelli's like 30 as well. That's shocked me. Like,
he's a stud,
dude. That performance was.
I mean, after hearing all about him and like how he's gonna be the best, dude, he put it on. He's impressive,
dude. The crazy thing, I rewatched it. Hunter Watt was like that close to landing a crazy right of his own right before that, and I was like, dude, just think like if that landed, we're having a totally different conversation about how that fight went. How instead Hunter Watt just murdered Gino Morelli, the super prospect, and now Hunter Watt's
now Hunter's in the UFC,
dude. Exactly, and that's how it's game of inches, man. It's
Right,
freaking game of
right.
inches. And instead, Gino's the one with that.
But he
momentum and
was
hype.
super impressive.
Yeah, the way you can just tell. You
Yeah.
watch people, the way you move, the way you carry yourself, the transitions from, dude.
I mean, you can tell he's training with the best.
Mhm. And he definitely is.
Yeah.
Shout out Wonder Boy. Fight didn't go his way this weekend, but there was
No,
a
how
banger.
about that? I was surprised. I mean,
It was a crazy bunch.
I don't
Crazy
follow the
hit.
UFC like I follow 247, but we have Indio has we have like a
Oh yeah, at the rail yard.
party at the
that's
rail
real
yard
cool.
all the time
That's
because
real
our
cool.
new gym's gonna be right there.
Love it.
I sat down
That's
on
smart.
Saturday and Wonder Boy was fighting. I was like, get the hell out of here.
He's like, how old's he?
He's old.
44?
That's crazy.
How old is he?
That's
Let's look-
crazy.
Tell me, Danny Palm. Look that up for me if you can.
Yeah.
I need to know. He's
Still-
definitely over 40.
But he still looked good
100%.
in there. Like,
Yeah,
he
dude.
still
He's
looked good.
moves well. He's had some brutal knockouts too, and seems like cognitively totally fine. Speaks well. I don't know. Good for him.
I was blown away.
I want good things for Wonder Boy.
I
He's
couldn't stay-
41.
40.
Oh, he's actually younger than I thought.
He's
41.
younger than me.
Damn, he could probably take you, bro.
I think so.
I don't know. Get him on the ground. I might put my money on you.
I'm no
His,
shit.
his grappling's actually not that bad now.
I'm sure it's good enough.
Yeah,
If he's fighting in a cage for the UFC.
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
A little bit anywhere the fight goes. But yeah, that's sick, man. So Gino, he, as we're saying, obviously trains with Wonder Boy in that group in South Carolina. Wonder Boy's dad was in his corner along with Jason Nolf, who everybody around here knows in the wrestling scene. So that's a pretty sick corner to
Yeah.
start with.
Yeah.
To come into Pittsburgh with.
But
Yeah.
that's pretty sick that he's fighting in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man. And from Du Bois, so he's a Western PA boy anyway. And obviously wrestled at Pitt and Penn State. So you could tell he had sold a lot of tickets, had a big crowd there. You could tell that people were excited for him to be back home fighting.
I mean, I heard a lot about him. I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
But I'm just hearing this guy's like UFC.
Yeah. I mean,
he showed it.
Those are the kind of performances that get you there when you keep doing that.
Right.
So
Right.
not official yet, but we are actually working.
But
on
I
getting
can
him back.
see, I'm like, just knowing like how hard it is to get Jay an opponent, or
Yeah.
just how hard it is to get some people opponent, but Chase sisters opponents. I can see why he has to come up here from South Carolina to take a fight. Like to get to where he wants to get, you got to fight. And if nobody wants to fight you,
Yes.
how do you get there? You know? So
It's a tough game for them coming up because you're also playing the delicate balance of like Gino and Hunter Watts, perfect example. They're both 2-0, both had super successful AMI careers as well, like looked at as potential next level guys. So a lot of times guys like that would be hesitant to fight another guy like that.
right.
Because that ruins one of your chances, at least momentarily. You can obviously still get to the UFC with a loss or two or even three.
Right.
But you don't want to make a habit of it, to say the least. So those fights are super risky. So shout out to both of them for
sure.
taking it.
For sure.
Speaking of grappling, a question. Didn't Brad win a tournament just a few months ago? Will you please congratulate him for me?
Who said that?
Jared Billy.
Wow, Jared.
pays
Billy,
attention.
He's a good guy.
He pays attention. Look at this guy.
Yes, I did. I wanted the Charlotte IBJJF Open for like old guys. I was in the Master 3 division, white belt.
But you're not a white belt no
I'm
more.
a blue belt now, so which I probably, it was, although I only trained 2 days a week, Jared, I was a white belt for 2 full years. And when I came home, Danilo gave me the blue belt.
Sick.
Yeah.
How's that? Is there a big ceremony with India? Like how's the
Oh, you just get beat with everybody's belt. You
That's
got to
fun.
walk the gauntlet.
okay,
Yeah.
fair. I was gonna say I could see Danilo having some special ritual, but that's
Now you walk.
pretty common.
Everybody lines up and they take their belt off and they smack the shit out of you with it.
Sweet. Worth every lash.
Yeah. But you don't feel it. You're so excited.
You're just hyped.
Yeah.
Blue belt.
It's nice.
How long you think until you're a purple belt now?
Probably like 5 years.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. So
Training's been rough lately for me. I've been on vacation. Now I'm in jury duty. I'm working my tail off. I got my kid just moved up into the big boy class. So it's
That's
tough.
sick.
I had to miss training today for jury duty. I'm
Yeah,
probably
dude.
going to miss it all week. Danilo.
sorry. Duty
gonna-
calls, literally.
So I came back from Italy
Yeah.
on a Saturday. Went to Monday morning class.
Nice.
And, Danilo's got, we got a competition coming up Saturday in Cleveland, which we're rolling deep to, which
Nice.
we don't normally. It's another big IBJJF
Yeah.
one. So everybody's obviously training hard.
Mhm.
And Monday at class, I was out. He's FaceTiming me in Italy, telling me to get fat because I have a problem gaining weight,
Get fat.
Yeah, he's like, get fat, eat pasta, go. Yeah, it was on Saturday, the fights. I
Nice.
was in Venice and I was telling him, I can't say good luck because luck's shit,
Nice.
You don't believe in luck. But, just giving him my best wishes and everything. And he's in the gym training with all the fighters on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And he's like, get fat, make sure you eat up. I come back Monday morning, getting my ass kicked, out of shape. I tell him, no, I'm done. I can't do another roll. It's like roll number 5, 5-minute rounds after coming back from eat pasta all my life. And, obviously they don't let you sit out. So you got to go when you're tired. And I mean, I was ready to vomit, but whatever. I did another round. And then I look over and he's dropping the bands on the floor.
Oh, no.
So I got to do bands, which always does it. And of course, I'm puking out the window after bands.
Nice.
And I look down, he's looking out the window at me laughing.
That's not how you get fat, Danilo. Don't make him puke. He needs to keep that weight in him.
That's my 6th time puking him.
Dude, no wonder you can't gain weight. Danilo's puking it all out of you.
I'm basically bulimic.
Yeah, like Danilo bulimic. It should be a specific brand of bulimia. That's that you got that Indio bulimia.
That's right.
Sounds like a real condition, actually.
It is.
Yeah, that's funny, dude. I always heard, is it true the pasta in Italy doesn't make you feel bloated at all? I've always heard that.
I'm not a big drinker.
Mhm.
I might drink when I come to a podcast or go to a fight.
Yeah.
I drank in Italy, a lot of wine. I ate tons of carbs and pasta. Never once felt bad.
Crazy.
No hangover.
What's
No.
up with that?
I mean, placebo, people tell you that, but no.
Something real to
If
it.
I drink here, I'm done the next day.
Yeah.
Unless I'm completely hydrated and
right.
doing everything right. Or if I eat carbs here, if I eat that enriched pasta here, my joints are all blown up and hurt.
America, man.
Not there.
But
I'll tell you what, in Italy, I couldn't even work out. There's not even a gym in any hotel or anywhere.
What do
they live
just
totally,
walk a lot.
No, they just work and eat right, man. They minimal ingredients, freshly grown food. Their chicken is so good. So good. I was like looking for chicken in Italy, and I don't even eat chicken here.
Yeah,
it's
that's
boring
impressive.
to me. But they have like the yellow chicken, like the skin's yellowish. Which I heard that has something to do with the temperature you take the feathers off, like the temperature of the water, if it's hot or cold.
See that? Makes sense.
However, their chicken tastes way better.
Way better chicken.
Way better. I don't know what it is.
I still got that black chicken from you too. I gotta try that. I mean, you just see a black chicken, it's like, well, I gotta have that.
Yeah.
That's weird looking, and I love it.
Yeah. I saw an Instagram post about them recently, and I forget about it, but it was a chef like really talking about the silky black chicken. I'm excited for you for that.
I'm gonna rotisserie it on my charcoal grill. Got a little spit.
Can't see that turning out bad.
How could it be bad? That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah. Not gonna overcomplicate it. But
let's go into these meat bots.
For real. Let's get to the voting. So, Danny, I'm gonna need to send you on a Instagram mission to count who won the online vote, because as of my last count, it was almost exactly 50-50. So
are you serious?
Yeah. So we're gonna need to know if Jay or Drizzy won. But it's very close between those two online. So
I can't believe that. I mean, Stout's got a lot of members.
Well, so does India. I mean,
India is really showing out for this.
And India, like the camaraderie there is very strong. But Stout and India are a lot alike with that.
Except we're tiny compared to Stout.
For sure. It was close, man.
We are very close.
Yeah.
Though. We are we really show the love.
And it was like instant. I feel like Jay got out to the faster start too. It was like as soon as we posted it, people were like, jam the poet, jam the poet.
Right. He's such a special guy. He's so cool, down to earth.
Dude.
Like, I wish
I
you-
loved being around him for that fight
Yeah.
because I've never been with 247 when he fought for us. He fought like the event or two right before I started. So I've met him at shows for, you know how that is on event day. I'm for 4 seconds, say what's up, but I never really met him.
He's just a real cool,
So cool.
respectable guy. Have you ever listened to his music?
No, like just briefly, I looked it up.
Do yourself
Yeah,
a
I need
favor.
to dig into
Go
that.
on Spotify and look for him and just listen. He's
sure he's
great.
great.
He's
I'm
great.
sure he's great.
All right. 37 votes for Zach.
Okay. 37 for Drizzy. Dun, 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 dun,
Damn.
Dun, 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 dun. It's a good number. That's a number that usually wins. Dun, 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 dun. Craig Goffner in the chat. What's up, Craig? Nice to see you, dude. Thanks for stopping in. We're tallying the online votes right now. And Zach Drizmicki has 37. We are now counting Jay Manning's to see who won online. Now, for people who have never seen Meat Bucks before, the online vote is only a portion of the voting. Our staff also votes on this. So I have a vote. Brad has a vote. Danny Palm has a vote. Ryan, our owner, has a vote. And our two matchmakers now, Jim Taylor and Sean Miller, each have votes. So this is the new wrinkle for Meat Bucks.
That is a wrinkle. That's a lot of
28
votes.
for Jay.
Whoa.
Drizzy got him by 9. So Zach Drizmicki with 2 points on the board, thanks to owning the online vote. That is close, though. That's a couple more people could have swayed it for Jay, right?
I
there.
would have online voted for Jay.
Yeah. Fair.
But
Well,
that's not going to do it. So
no, it's all right.
I don't online vote because I get a vote.
Yeah, you get a real vote that counts for all the marbles. So I don't know how we should break these down. I'll start with, since Ryan and the matchmakers aren't here, I guess we'll give their votes first. Ryan,
don't leave it up to me again. That's bullshit.
The one time I swear I didn't do that on purpose. There was one time I did do it on purpose, and one time I did.
That was bad. That one time.
Yeah.
Who Moose still needs to show up for his Meat Bucks.
Moose.
I hope you're listening because I should have. No, I shouldn't say that. Moose, you need to show up for
Just
your Meat
come
Bucks.
get your Meat Bucks.
He will. He tried to come that Saturday,
right.
and he like showed up at like 5:30.
Yeah, I texted. So he texted me. He was like, "I think I'm going to go Strip District Meats today before the fights," and I was like, "I think they closed at like it 3 or 5?" Yeah. Like, I think they close at 5, dude. So if you're not there now, and this was at like 4:30 or something, like, if you're not there right now,
I mean, I was replying from Italy to him, and I'm like, look, at this point, I can't really.
There's
do
not much
anything.
I can do right now.
He's like, oh, I'm almost there.
Oh no,
but I didn't see it. I was like out in San Marcos Square, enjoying myself.
Yeah, as you should.
And
yeah,
then I saw it at like 5:30. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, man, but you're probably at the fights anyway.
Yeah. Him and Noah Hermosillo both have a couple bucks. I forget if I told Noah 50 or 100, but I'll have to review the tape on that episode.
Now that's a debut who should have debuted at pro.
Correct. Yeah, we're working on getting him back in December as well, so something exciting in the works there for him. So, Drizzy, congrats, dude. If you're watching, or if any of your stout friends are watching, you have won the online vote. Now we'll tally in the user votes from the 247 staff. Ryan Drizmicki. I'm not gonna draw this out. We're gonna cut to it. We're gonna cut to it. Danny Palm, I'm kicking it to you, brother. Who is your vote?
Drizmicki gets
Whoa,
my vote.
that's 3-0 right now.
Yeah. This is 3. I think so. One more vote for Drizzy just wins it for him.
Should I go?
Do it.
So for me, it's really tough. I voted for a pro last time, and the pros are like impossible not to vote for because they're so skilled.
Yeah. And the level of competitions, obviously.
And this fight came down after the first time I watched it. I had no idea who to vote for. Second time I watched it, I was like, I got a good case for Jay. Jay's my dog. He freaking did his job. He went in there and kicked some ass. But then I'm watching again, and I'm like, damn, that Morelli guy really was impressive. And then I'm watching it again, and I'm like, oh, boy. Brogan Andres beat Taylor Cahill in a freaking awesome match.
great
Like
fight.
that was probably one of the best fights on that card.
That was if we had a fight of the night award, that's clearly the fight of the night, no doubt.
So I scrapped all that, and I just want to give the love to the amateur. And I said, Drizzy Mickey, you get my vote, bro.
There it is.
That
Mickey.
one punch he knocked out the guy from ATT Happy Valley who's
Strong.
training with Moose, who's got a great game. I mean,
collegiate boxing background.
That to be a novice amateur fight.
Crazy, dude.
Now, the other one that I voted for, I think, was Evan or Hoot. I can't even remember at this point. One of them got the finish
Evan.
on the ground and pound novice amateur on the kidney shots.
That was Hoot. Yeah, that was Hoot. Yeah.
That was like the most impossible thing I've ever seen done.
Yeah.
But now Drizzy, one hitter quitter. Come on, man.
We were trying. So before you got here, Danny Palm and I were trying to remember another novice AMI one hitter quitter that's like out cold.
Yeah.
Out cold. We couldn't think of it.
It's super difficult to finish a novice AMI fight.
It really is.
Just because the rounds are so short. By the time you could even get in there and get somebody's back and choke them out or knock them out. I mean, it's, what is it, 2-minute rounds?
Yeah. 2-minute rounds. It's crazy.
Tough.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was the deciding factor for me. Like the flatline KO, like it reminded me of like the Lipari one almost.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Dude.
Cody Matthews won for that Lipari
one.
And he was a pro that drove up from Maryland with a cooler to get his meat.
That's legit.
That was legit. Cody
Take
Matthews.
Notes,
Moose. Take notes, Moose. But I don't know. I got so much love for these AMI guys that
I know.
I don't know what they make. I don't know. I'm not going to ask that on the podcast. I don't truthfully care, but I can't imagine it's a lot.
Well, you can't legally pay an amateur a purse.
Right.
So
but even like
they make
whatever they get
sales.
from the ticket sale, how much could they make off of a $50 ticket?
Right.
I mean, I even if you sell 100 of them, the work you're putting in,
it's crazy.
It's not enough, man.
It's crazy.
And that was special.
Yeah. It really was.
Come get your meat, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, so the other element, we do have a question. Do you guys do amateur fights? Anthony Almeida. Yes, we do, sir. And the winner of the Meat Bucks is actually an amateur fighter, as we're discussing now. I'm sure based on how this discussion went, you picked up on the fact that we do amateur fights. But yes, just to confirm, yes, 100%. But I also want to shout out the fact novice AMI one hitter quitter, we've established, very rare.
Very rare.
He's a flyweight. You never see 125ers put dudes out like that. That's all the way up to the UFC. You don't see that really.
No.
Man, it was special. It was special.
I agree.
It was quick, obviously. It wasn't a long fight, but he was losing that round up to that point also. Like that's, like I said, short. So, he might have turned the tide anyway, but you're losing, and then you do that. It's pretty good way to turn it around.
He's hilarious. You hear him on the MMA fan cast. Talking in the ring after.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's such a novice amateur. That's why I gotta love him.
Oh, it's beautiful. So his post-fight interview with Ish, the Relentless Project, Ish, and he's like, "Can I curse?" And Ish says yes. And then, dude, what was it, like 16 F-bombs in a matter of a minute and a half. I texted our video dude, AJ. Shout out AJ Germain. He's the man, and he's real good at this. And he was editing those videos, and he was like, "Can I like keep the cursing?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I listened to it, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I said yes. I did not realize it was that much. Like that. There is a limit." I'm like, "But make it funny. Like, just make it funny. How many times he could like make a joke out of it."
Just have him up there. Beep, 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 beep,
yeah,
beep, beep,
I mean, we put like a little curse counter in the corner, so every time he said one, it tallied. Didn't Padmore put out Adam Caldwell? Yes, he did.
But he's a heavyweight.
Yeah, it's a little different. They're big. Were they novice at the time?
I don't think I've ever seen Padmore fight novice AMI. Did he have shin pads on at one time?
It was, that was novice.
That's crazy because it was novice because of Caldwell though.
Yeah.
So Pat
2-0.
Wow, that's interesting. So Padmore was
Caldwell will
oh
fight
yeah,
anybody.
no, they were
too.
both 2-0.
Caldwell's not
Oh yeah,
scared.
yeah, dude. I'm not scared of anybody. You gotta love that.
You do.
Oh, David Krause and Trevor Ward in Johnstown. Was he out cold? Can't remember. No, that's probably another one.
I don't even remember that fight.
That was
In Johnstown?
before your sponsorship slightly.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Krause was fighting before my
I
sponsorship.
know. Yeah, he had a super fast 13-second
Yeah.
finish, but I can't remember if it was like a out colder or just like a flash knockout. I don't know. Needless to say, the fact that we're as invested as people getting this and we can't think of anymore, it doesn't happen often, is
Right.
what we're getting at.
I mean, in 2 minutes,
yeah,
there's not much you can do.
no. Actually,
especially at the level these guys are at.
yeah,
They know how to protect themselves. They're in great shape.
yeah, for sure.
In 2 minutes to knock somebody out cold.
Tough. Actually, we have a special treat for everybody watching. We prepared the clip of Drizmicki's knockout to play.
Let's go.
Because I had a suspicion he would win after all the staff votes came in. So go ahead and run that, Danny Palm. Play that clip so people can see what we're talking about here. That's funny. We're watching on the screen, trying to see on the stream. It's like 30 seconds behind real time. But you could hear the knockout punch. Yeah, dude.
But yeah, that was almost like Max Holloway-ish a little bit.
Ugh.
Like the way he just knew as soon as he
Yeah.
connected and
over. Yeah, that was a
didn't
that
look
was
like a
moment,
novice
dude.
Amy in the ring. you
No,
know?
not at all. He's super talented. He's 3-0 now, so something big's got to be coming old Drizzy's way.
Yeah, he's
That's not-
moving up, that's for sure.
Has to. Like, what's next?
But how does he even find fights at that weight? He's 125.
It's tough for 125 advanced. It's going to start getting tough for him for sure. But
and that was Gabe Cruz's debut.
yeah, crazy debut.
He's going to be good.
He's going to be totally fine if he sticks with it. Like,
I don't know
told
how
him,
much
yeah.
time. I know I've heard a lot about when you get knocked out cold, you got to take time off.
Yeah, you should for sure.
I hope he
think.
takes
I mean,
the
I don't know.
correct
I'm
amount
not
of
a
time
doctor.
off because I'd hate to see something happen to him in his career by coming back
Yeah.
too quick or something. But
Yeah, same, man. He
looked promising.
he's very talented. That's like a very unfortunate way for his debut to end because he didn't really get to show how good he
Maybe.
is. Yeah,
Maybe.
could
Or
be exactly
maybe-
what he needed too.
Yeah. You left yourself open there, pal.
Yeah. There's a lot of pros,
Gotta
like good
protect.
pros, that started their careers with a loss. If you look into it, it's it can be a very, very good thing.
It's a wake up call.
Gabe's going to be fine.
Oh yeah,
No
I
doubt.
think
With
so.
that team too, that team's not going to let him.
No.
They know what they're doing. Needless to say, so that makes it even better when the guy on the other end's going to come out of it better. I think.
I
So,
agree.
Drizzy, you're a 125er for now, but
What is
after
that? 3 for Drizzy?
yeah, I think everybody. It was going to be a sweep.
What do you mean?
I was voting for Drizzy.
Okay.
Both matchmakers voted for Drizzy, but I think because the online counts as 2, so that was 2, 3, 4. Nobody else could win after that.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Does the online count as 2?
Yeah. Has it always?
Yeah.
It does today.
Okay.
Yeah, it has. Hey from Massachusetts, Special Olympics athlete. What's up, Sean P. Curtis from Massachusetts? Thanks for joining. How did you find this chat? How did you find us? This is fantastic having you here. I hope you like fights. We had some people from Connecticut at a tailgate. There's going to be a video coming out that I want you guys. I don't even know if you guys know this yet. I don't think I've told you.
No.
We were at this tailgate for Yinzer Mob. I don't know. Have you ever heard of Yinzer Mob?
No.
They're like Pittsburgh Steelers tailgate experience. It's like one of those deals where you get a wristband and like you drink for free, eat for free. And it's like
Were you there last night?
I wasn't at the game. No, thank God. Ultimately, losing plus
I don't know.
getting over at 1
It
a.m.
looked pretty awesome.
It probably would have been super.
It looked
fun.
pretty
I mean,
awesome.
Steelers games
Played
are
at
super fun.
midnight.
Yeah. I mean, what else is better to do at midnight on a Sunday than watch some good old football? Not much, just searching the web. He found us just searching the web. Sweet.
Probably
Love it.
watching a little 247.
And
It's
why
probably
not?
better.
We got good fights, man.
At
Fights
least-
are the best.
At least
Yeah.
they're real.
Yeah. But
At least Chip doesn't like control the whole fight
yeah, dude.
like
Chip's
the
the
refs
man.
do.
Dude, Chip's the best. I love Chip. We've been talking about it, but we need the Chip Snyder podcast very soon.
I mean, I played college football.
Yeah.
Played football my whole life. I don't watch it at all.
Really?
I hate it.
Doesn't do it for you
It's
now.
so stupid.
Just over it.
Every play is a flag.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's terrible. You can't hit anybody anymore.
Dude, the roughing the QB.
It's all about the money. People, no pride. There's no pride. Steelers got pride, but other than that,
even that now it's like, it's
Right.
George Pickens doing. What you doing, George?
right?
Run your route, bro.
It's crazy.
But yeah. So anyway, you guys will like this. We were at the tailgate and we had like a tent booth set up. Yinzer Mob, their organizer, hit us up. He's a big fight fan, trains at Stout, and he's like, I've been coming to your fights. Like, would you guys want to be a part of it? Like, of course. Do I want to have fun at a Steelers tailgate and meet new people and fans? Like, of course. So we were there. It was great, man. And Lucas came with his girlfriend, Selena Jo Vith. And
saw that on the gram. She was choking people out.
So the deal was, I don't know if they said it at 15 seconds or what, but
if you can last 15
last 15 seconds in a choke, you get a ticket to Lucas's fight for free.
That's
but
awesome. If you don't, you got to buy one.
Exactly. Yes.
Let's
and no,
go.
you can't. Like, it's human anatomy. Like,
Lucas
squeezes.
Lucas is awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's great.
But there's going to be a video coming out of her choking a dude literally bigger than me. This guy was
I think I saw it.
Yeah. Well, it was like a teaser for it. There's going to be like a full version of it. Dude, this guy was like 6'5", probably 300 pounds. And Selena is like 5 foot, 110, 20 pounds at the most. So like a ridiculous size. Her knees are like at his shoulder blades when she's on his back.
My 8-year-old son makes me tap. So you guys should be smarter than that.
Yeah.
If you put a choke in the right way, it's over.
It's just done. It's
over.
You can't. It's blood to your brain, and then there's no blood to your brain. We're just humans. Yeah. And
7 seconds.
Dude, she put him out fast, like real fast. It was crazy. And when he got up, he was like,
wait, he went to sleep?
Yeah, he went out, like all the way out.
Sucker.
Did not tap. I saw like the other people doing it. I think everybody else tapped, but this guy, I don't know. He had a point to prove or wanted to just see what it was about.
Beer muscles.
Whatever it takes. When he got up, he was like riding a high almost. Like he was feeling great.
We just had that talk at the dojo because a new guy went to sleep and I heard Danilo talking to him. He's like, when you wake up, it's like,
that's how this guy was. Legit. That's exactly how he was.
Yeah.
I went over and talked to him because, like, first off, like, I didn't want hard feelings, but there weren't any. Like, he was fine. I didn't want to be like, wow, that was really stupid. And these guys suck. Like, you just choked me on.
You can't have hard feelings if you don't tap.
Right. And
tap or nap.
This is the
pretty
game.
Much it.
But he said he was a huge UFC fan. He was like, I'm a big UFC fan, and like I don't train or anything, but when I watch it and dudes tap out, I'm always like, why'd you tap out, pussy? There was 5 seconds left to run. He's like, well, now I know.
Yeah.
It's like, now next time I am tapping out.
Yeah, just because you watch the UFC doesn't mean you know how to do it.
That is very turns out.
Did you see that Cody Garbrandt video online going around where he choked that? It was like a rapper out.
No.
The dude was tapping and he choked him for like 18 seconds.
No.
Could have killed the guy.
No, that was Colby Covington. Right?
Colby Covington?
Okay, yeah, I was going to say.
Cody Garbrandt.
I did see Colby Covington. I was like, damn, Cody, no.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know, dude. That seemed, to me, it seemed kind of staged or something.
Why was he tapping so much and he wasn't letting go?
And why did it take him so long to put
I
him
think the
out
guy
cold?
wanted to be put to sleep, right?
So that's what I think. Yeah. I think they just did
but it
for more
also
attention.
seemed like you could go to jail.
Yeah, I
You're
totally
definitely
agree.
a black belt or something. And
For sure. Yeah. Like just ignoring it the whole time. But it took him so long to put him out that I was like, are you even like trying to apply the choke? What are you doing?
It was almost like he was being a jerk.
Yeah,
like what
I think he was.
Like what Danilo does to me. He takes you right to the point of death and then lets off, and then takes you back and lets off.
Yes. So my tinfoil fat.
Tinfoil fat. Nice.
Tinfoil hat. Nice. That's a tinfoil fat theory on that is that they knew that the controversy would get more engagement. So they're like, let's make it real.
Had
Had for sure. Yeah, you can't trust anything influencer-y, dude. It's all fake. But Selena putting this dude out cold was very real.
Yeah.
I synced it.
That's what happens when your brain don't get what it needs.
Crazy, dude. It was crazy. So stay tuned for that video on Instagram and all the places. You guys will definitely see it coming up.
So
It
does
was
she
crazy.
trains, obviously.
Yeah, she's definitely a blue belt. I don't know how close she is to purple.
Oh, wow.
She's legit. She's very good. She competed at a sprawl for
I was
us as
gonna
well.
say
Yeah.
I remember the name Selena, but I just thought it was Lucas's girlfriend.
Yeah, well, it is.
Well, from the video I saw.
Oh, I
You
got
know
you.
what I mean? I
got you.
had no idea who she
Didn't
was.
realize it was the same.
Yeah, I thought they
Selena.
were at a
Yeah.
tailgate and he taught her how to choke somebody or something.
She's
She's a blue belt. Yeah, that guy should he
I
should have
mean,
tapped.
now he knows, but he absolutely loved it. It was so funny. Their whole table was like, "Where do we follow you and Lucas on Instagram? Like, what's your Instagram?" So,
Do you remember though?
fans.
Do you remember being in middle school, like making each other?
Yes, dude. It's like the stupidest dude stuff
Yeah.
ever.
Ooh,
Boys,
30 years old doing that. I don't know. crazy.
it's not the move.
No.
This dude was probably like 45, if I had
Wow.
to guess. I don't know. It's not the move. Not the move. Now, if Zagdra's Mickey challenges like letting him punch you in the face, definitely don't do that.
No.
100% don't do that.
No.
Different kind of
Yeah.
unconscious.
Even if you miss it, it's still gonna hurt a
It's
whole
still
lot.
just gonna hurt. Yeah.
I'd almost rather just go to sleep.
Oh, dude, 100%. Choke me out versus
Right.
knocking me out. Yes.
Or I mean by him hitting me in the
Oh.
right spot.
Yeah. So Zach is a flyweight for now, but let's get him fattened up on some strip district meats.
send him to
Actually,
Italy.
dude. There you go. Fatten
Get
up.
fat and come back and get your strip meat bucks.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited to see his order because he is a very interesting guy, and I feel like he's going to get some fun stuff.
Is he from here?
I believe so. As far as I know, he had a real good cheering section and everything. Definitely sold tickets, has a nice fan base here. So I would assume he's from around here.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. But he definitely, he trains at Stout right in the strip a lot. So he'll be next door basically training.
That's a really nice facility they
So
have.
nice. They have a new one on the way. I don't know when it's opening.
In the
but
strip?
Yeah. They're moving down toward, man, I suck. I just talked to Warren at our fights and he told me where it was and I forget.
I can't believe they're moving.
Fight night. You can't tell me new information on fight night. I forget it
Yeah.
instantly. Yeah. But yeah, they're moving to an even better place. So good for them. I think their Monroeville location, they're upgrading that too. They're moving there. Stout, man. Like you said, they got a crazy enrollment. They're doing good things. And this is for sure not the first.
Jiu-jitsu as a whole.
Yeah. Blowing.
I mean, I don't know. You feel like when you get into things, you start paying attention to things. I don't know if it's blowing up or if it's just because I'm into it now, but no, it's definitely blowing up.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
In this country, let alone in this city.
And with the wrestling base here, it just makes so much sense.
I think American Jiu-Jitsu is going to be the shit.
Yeah.
With the wrestling.
Yes. I remember, I mean, this was probably a year or two ago at this point, but Gordon Ryan, somebody was asking him like the next big evolution in jiu-jitsu, and he said wrestling, like standing wrestling. Yeah. And I was like, yeah.
We talk about my buddy, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
The best white belt in the world. You know he's a purple belt already?
No. What?
He took second in Worlds.
Oh, my God.
Third in Open Worlds.
Dude. So.
Came back out as purple.
Joke. He just skipped blue?
No, he was he won that at blue belt.
Oh, okay.
And now he's ineligible. IBJJF will not let him compete for 2 years. So you have to get him a fight.
I forgot about that.
You have to get him a fight.
A sprawl or an actual fight?
We want to get him a fight, but he doesn't want to fight. I told him he needs to take off jiu-jitsu for a year and start doing Muay Thai.
Bro. Could you imagine with his wrestling and grappling plus
he'd be nasty.
Any
but he's a dad. He's older. It's not what he's into. He's a grappler. And I'd like to see him get on a sprawl card ASAP. Okay. When is the next sprawl?
Just stay tuned on that. We are. It'll be at the venue.
He's heartbroken, man. He traveled the country this year. Went to every IBJJF, won every single blue belt title, won every open title. He was amazing.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but amazing things about him.
And obviously, all he wants to do is compete, and now he can't. So
that's hard. Yeah, get some super fights. Us, fight to win. There's options.
ADCC. Like,
yeah.
I think he's going to Baltimore or something to fight. Do some other, not at PBJJF.
Got you.
Worlds or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've seen that. I've seen that around town as well. Anthony was asking if we ever go to Canada. He's in Ontario. We're not far from Ontario, Pittsburgh. Short drive. He said traveling's the biggest issue because it's hard to take 3 to 4 weeks off work. You don't need 3 to 4 weeks, brother. We're like 6 hours away.
Yeah, 8.
3 days.
Yeah,
it's 3 days of your life. We'll run it.
What's he riding?
Slide into our
on a
DMs.
pedal bike or
Maybe. I don't know if you're jogging from Ontario. It might take a while. I don't know, but yeah, no, we
I know the border's not that tight. I mean,
right. We get hotels. We reimburse your travel as well if you're from out of town. So it's not going to put you out at all.
Oh, so you want to fight?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like at least. So
I thought he just wanted to watch.
No, dude, we'll find you a fight. Absolutely. But yeah, dude, I mean, this episode of Meat Bucks was kind of like, you did kind of feel like Drizzy had to win.
Yeah.
And obviously I saw the votes ahead of time. So I was like, well, he can't not win because everybody voted for him. Plus he did win the online. So I do think we'll have to check the records. Is this our first ever clean sweep?
No.
This has happened before.
I think I remember another clean. I don't know who it was, but I think I remember
this happened before.
Sweep.
It doesn't happen often. At least.
It doesn't. Definitely doesn't. And this one was tough too because all those pro fights were so good.
Mm-hmm.
But it was time to go back to Amy, I think, for me.
It's nice because, like you said, they're not getting paid for that. They're making ticket commission. Drizmicky's check was actually pretty decent.
At the end of the day, it's for me, I kind of would love to do Amy, advanced Amy. And if a pro really makes it a statement.
Yeah. Like Cody Matthews.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm more. You got
help
really,
the Emmys out.
Yeah, because
it makes sense.
You guys have some crazy pro fights anymore on your cards.
I know.
Like
it
crazy good quality fighting.
Well, this next card coming up, dude.
5 fights. Yeah. How many did you have on that one card? There
were 9, but there were
9 pros.
13 that day.
Yeah, that was insane.
It's like a UFC card that day.
Insane.
Yeah, dude.
More than a UFC.
Yeah. Freaking. Day. Oh my God. That day was one of the craziest days ever.
So it was nice for me to see an Amy go out there and put on a show. That was nice.
It was sick. And second fight of the night, got the crowd going like crazy. You know, that was the one that like my in-laws were there for the first time ever in person, and they just freaking loved that.
Nice.
Like they were all about it. And I also do want to shout out Jay Manning because
me too.
He was the fighter that they were like, I like that Manning kid. Like I want to see him fight again at the end of the night. I was like, yeah, dude. He made a lot of fans that night.
You don't know how hard it is for me to get a chance to see Jay fight.
Oh,
I mean, everybody's backing down from that guy.
Yeah. So we do have a line in the water for Jay. We won't announce exactly what it is because it's not official at all. But I will say we're trying to get Jay back right now.
Good.
And there's an option that would be pretty sweet. And Gino Morelli as well. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're working on these things. We're always working over.
I don't like seeing Jay go to Canada to fight.
I know.
Like it's hard for me to go support him.
Yeah.
Like, I want him here, man.
A Pittsburgh kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, clearly made a lot of fans that night.
Good.
He does carry himself extremely well.
Extremely. He's brilliant.
Yeah. You can tell.
Did you know he was like a 400-meter hurdler?
No.
In college?
I can totally see that though. He's just an athlete, dude.
That's the dumbest race on earth.
Have you ever done it?
No. You see, I couldn't even run a 400-meter, let alone jump over hurdles.
I've never done 400-meter hurdles, but I did 110 hurdles in high school. I'm like, what am I doing right now?
It's like going to hell and back.
Yeah. Oh, it makes no sense. It's like, oh yeah, run fast and jump, but you're not jumping. Like the technique behind it, it's a whole process.
Crazy.
Like the technique's legit. So it makes sense.
He's not scared to work.
No.
He trains. He's a professional.
Nice.
I'd love to see him get back in that ring ASAP.
Run it. Danny Palm, do you have anything to add for the good people of Meat Bucks watching land?
No, I don't think so. Buy tickets to the next fight.
I mean, that's the real obvious thing to say, but before I
Well,
get
what's
to that
special
promo,
about this one? Because I did see some nice Halloween masks on there.
pretty sick, right?
It's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
posters
It's
are
close
sick.
to Halloween, right?
Yeah, it's the
26th?
26th, so it's the Saturday before Halloween. It's
Yeah.
technically like if you're going to celebrate Halloween on Saturday, that's the Saturday to do it.
I'd like to see some fighters come out with something.
Ooh,
Like Justin Patton would probably wear a Michael Myers mask in the ring if he
dude,
was
I hadn't
fighting.
even considered this, but yeah, kind of got to, right?
Mhm.
Kind of got to. I love our poster for that event.
That is nice. I noticed it right off the bat. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
is this on Halloween?"
Shout out to our designer, Christina, Chris Onyx Art Design on Instagram. She is just wait for November's. I'll show you after that, dude. It's I just said the Halloween one's my favorite ever, which it is, but it's gonna have a 1 month reign as my favorite because November's is even better.
Oh boy, I can't even guess. I really can't.
It's beautiful. It's art. Bad Combo needs a 247 title. I agree, dude. We will we're working on this. I
Who's
promise.
Bad Combo?
He's that guy in the beginning I was telling you about, Bad Combo Henry. I said maybe him and Patton are on a collision course.
But what's his name?
Jeremy Henry, I want to say.
Okay.
But he literally goes by Bad Combo.
Oh,
so
wow.
we're going with
Where's
Bad
he?
Combo
And
Henry.
where is he from?
Maybe Michigan. Maybe. That's my guess. You from Michigan, Bad Combo, bro? I think he is. But he's been
I like that you're getting all these out of state guys to come in.
for sure, man. And he's been demolishing these like really good prospects. For some, like, promoters keep bringing him in to like be the B-side, and he keeps spoiling it. So it's like,
Wow.
yes, he's from Detroit and Atlanta. Nice.
Ooh.
What a combo. A bad combo. Henry. Nice. Let's go. Love it. But yeah, dude, he's savage. If you guys are paying attention in the chat or anybody watching, go follow him. He's on a really, really good run. I think he has a big fight coming up, actually, doesn't he, Danny?
He does, yeah.
Who's he fighting? Another title fight?
He's fighting for Anthony Pettis.
Oh, good little fight pass action for him.
Yeah, Kenny Moke. I can't pronounce that last name.
Not sure.
Moana.
He said, "I just won." Dang, he just won.
He just fought on October 4th and won. And he's got
my goodness, Bad Combo Henry tearing it up,
and he's out in the chats doing his own work. This
dude, he is.
Let's go.
So
get him in here.
His run that really caught my eye right here. So Jaden Maddox was a huge prospect in Ohio, kind of like a Lucas Siebert type prospect, and Bad Combo knocked him out in the second round. And then he fought two guys who you might remember fought for us in Cincy back to back, Zachariah Kamara and Ilyas Mamadaliev. He finished them both. Again, a good knockout too with Ilyas. So Bad Combo is doing work. And he said he just won for Unified this past Saturday. So he's 7-2 now? That's insane, dude. He has 3 pro titles now, he said.
3 pro titles.
Dude, I'm telling you, Contender Series watch big time.
Yeah,
with Bad Combo
Henry. What are they waiting on?
Yeah, it's about that time.
If he comes in here.
So he's got to fight November 17th also. Shout out Bad Combo, dude. See you doing your thing. This is the run, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys want a career to emulate, he started out, it looked like 3-2, maybe something like that. Kept his head down, just like Patton. Same deal as Patton. Just kept at it and is just tearing it up now. It's
you
clicking.
need a couple losses in there, man.
You love to see that.
Keep you working.
You love to see that. Yeah, he's tearing it up. So good stuff, man. That's super exciting and rewarding. So we just had Luke Martin pop in the chat as well. So we got to shout out his title fight, undefeated stout 4-0. He's fighting October 26th for us against Alex Rios from New Jersey. He's 4-1, so 4-1 versus 4-0. Sick AMI featherweight title fight. Love that. Always hear good things about Luke, and actually had him scheduled versus, I don't know if you remember, he was scheduled to fight Tanner Cahill at one point, and Tanner missed weight.
Yes, I remember that. I did remember that.
Yeah. So Luke has been trying to fight for us, and that kind of just threw off the timeline of his career, and it just never worked out. But now it finally worked out. We got this title fight. That's a sick one. October 26th. Obviously, we talked about Visoki and Patrides right off the bat. We have Shaka Worthy versus Dylan Harnish kickboxing, pro kickboxing. Let's be real. We've seen Shaka at Sprawl in the Bergs. He doesn't want to grapple. He wants to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
So let's just kickbox Shaka. Let's do
Well, he
this.
had a heck of a fight in that dual card you had, right? The morning and afternoon.
Yeah, that was a
His fight was
killer performance.
His fight was in the contender for meat box, and he was on that
was.
afternoon card. And
Yep.
that night card was like
Oh my God,
ridiculous.
the night card was so crazy. And then Lucas Siebert versus Eddie Alvarez, the main event. That is obviously can't miss television.
Lucas
all
has
the
been
way.
like MIA. Well, he was on that dual card. I
was.
didn't really.
Yeah,
I wasn't there for
I
his
know.
last fight.
I know.
what
That's why it feels that way.
It feels like he's been gone for so long, but he hasn't.
He's putting in work the right way also.
Right.
They're clearly building something there, but Eddie Alvarez is not the man to look past. That's for sure. Crazy experienced pro, super dangerous. Trains with, I mean, we just saw that Finishers MMA team that was on they had 3 fighters on this most recent card. Isaiah Casanon, Matt Santos, and Jacob Katsev. And they all put on real good performances.
All quality.
That team's super legit. So underestimate them at your own risk also. And look at this, showing up right at the end, AJ Germain. What's up, AJ? I shouted you out earlier. You're going to have to watch the replay. You already got your shout out. You don't get another one.
Even though you just
Actually,
got
even
it.
though I just did it. Damn, what a hypocrite. All right, Brad. I'm not going to keep you any longer, brother. I thank you, obviously, man, for everything you guys do. The fighters love it, as you can see. Fans love it, and I love it. I love working with you guys and what you're doing and supporting the local fight game, dude. It's freaking awesome.
We love it too. So
sweet.
It's a win-win for everybody.
It is. It's a beautiful partnership, and we're happy to extend it. And October 26th, get ready.
I'll be there.
More meat bucks going down. Who's your early pick? Like, if you just had to say, probably this guy's going to win meat bucks. Do you have any kind of feeling?
Well, I don't know any Indio guys on that card, so if I had a feeling, I'm going to say, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. I don't want to jinx anybody, but I'm going to say Lucas the Sniper.
Oh, he's going with Lucas.
Since he's been sleeping so long, he's going to be my sleeper pick.
There you go. There you go. Love it.
He's going to come out of hibernation and just go off.
We should have betting lines for meat bucks or something. Like,
there should be betting lines for your fights. I mean, geez.
This is like I don't know, 3rd or 4th person in the past 3 days I've had a betting conversation, like just talking about our fights and stuff. They're like, you know what, you need betting lines. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Because it's real.
Totally agree.
It's real.
Yeah.
People would not be mad about betting on the fights because it's not rigged.
Right.
Everything with all the money in it
is rigged.
Dude, jeez. I don't gamble. But I would bet somebody in one of your fights, like, oh, I got the blue corner for sure. I bet my son every fight.
I was going to say, your son tears you up every time. I already know that. I've seen the exchange of cash, and it's very one-sided.
Yeah. He knows.
He knows what he's doing, man. Thankfully got to see him at the last one. Like, he's always having the time of his life, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me so happy. Really does.
He just moved up to the big kid class, right? So it's 8 to 16.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big jump. He just turned.
That's a spread, dude.
So he has basketball and soccer on Wednesday night, so he has to miss jiu-jitsu. Friday night is kids MMA.
Nice.
He was nervous. He wouldn't go on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, and then I showed him some videos of kids MMA, like what goes on. I mean, it's legit. They wear rash guard shorts and boxing gloves to class, and they spar like the whole time. Dude. And he watched and he goes, all right, Dad, maybe I'll go next week. I was like, my man.
That's my boy there. That's my boy. Dude, that's so cool.
He got a bloody nose in class today.
Loved it.
Wiped it off, went right back to rolling.
There it is. He's got that dog in him.
Let's go.
Got that dog in him. I love it, dude. Yeah, and it does. It makes it so much more rewarding that you're invested not just professionally, but also personally. Like, your family trains, you train. Obviously, you genuinely love this sport.
So much respect for it.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. So, Drizzy, I'll text you. Let's arrange a time to stop down to Strip District Meats, and we'll load up your cart, brother.
You might want to wait till next week, though. I'm on jury duty all week, Drizzy. I got a feeling he's amped. He's probably ready to come by his meat.
How many F-bombs has he dropped since?
How many will he drop when he's ordering meat?
All of them is the answer. All of them. But all right, dude, this was awesome, man. I always look forward to the Meat Bucks podcast for sure.
Me too.
And even though Drizzy kind of ran away with it, this was still it was a tough choice, even though we got a unanimous selection, man. A lot of worthy contenders, and this October 26th card shaping up the same way. So I'm excited to see who gets it.
But I mean, if you want to win, you got to do what he did.
You got to do something special.
You have to finish #1. That's the #1 prerequisite. And I don't know. You got to do it in style. You got to do it better than everybody else, I guess.
Style.
You know?
You got to stand out. That's the fight game. It's a good reward, and you got to earn it. So we'll see you guys October 26th. That card is in Coriopolis, PA. It's really Robinson Township. If you guys know where the Robinson Township Costco is, it's right there.
Or
so
the mall.
Or the mall. Or the Robinson Mall. Yep.
Montour Run, right off Montour Run exit.
Yep,
right?
that's it. It's literally on Montour Run Road or whatever that's called. My dad in the chat. Tell Brad to give you a picture of that buck. I want to see it.
Ooh.
He's
hold on.
obviously
I'm gonna
crazy,
pull it up right
huge
now.
hunter, obviously. As my name would indicate. That is not an accident.
Oh, is that what he named you
Yeah,
after?
dude. Yeah, my family's like crazy outdoorsmen. It's a beautiful thing, actually. So I've been growing up eating that venison.
I think I only got a picture of it on my wall.
Oh, we have to get it when you get home, and I'll show him
And
sure.
And the one on my wall is not even the real one because it got eaten by moths. So they had to put my taxidermist. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I got another cape here. I'll just redo it for you. It was like a doe cape on a monster buck. So it looks funny now, but
that sucks. That really sucks.
I'll send it to Hunter. I'll let
Sweet.
him.
Yeah, I'll show you, Dad. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Show you that big buck. Don't worry about it. But yeah, hopefully neither one of us gets one on the drive home, but it's very likely.
the speed I was driving on the way here.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm definitely gonna hit a deer, and I saw one laying right where I turned.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, man, this was an awesome one. Like I said, I'm real excited to see Drizzy's order down there. So we'll film with him. We'll be posting it to our Instagram. Stay tuned for that Lucas Siebert video on our Instagram coming very soon. Trust me, you guys are definitely going to want to see that. It was pure madness. And then come to the fights October 26th. We will be waiting for you in Robinson Township with a completely stacked up card per usual. It's going to be a good old time. Brad will be there. Come shake his hand and get some beef jerky.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys. Peace out.